Hello to everybody. Yes, here. I'm very happy to be here in Poznań and in Poland because, as you have listened before, I collaborated with the Polish Institute in Rome, and I created this big exhibition in 2016 in Modena about the contemporary art, Polish contemporary art, and now there's a very big show in Bologna at the Museum of Modern Art. The name of the museum is Mambo. There's a big solo show about Robert Kuśmirowski, who is a very well-known Polish artist and who has done very interesting work about memory. And so the show is open till the 6th of January. If you come to Bologna, please go to see it because it's a very important Polish presence in Italy. So I'm not an architecture, I'm not a designer, but I directed a University of Design in Faenza, who is a well-known city for faience, for ceramics. And I'm specialized in this field called phenomenology among the arts, and this is why I also read and research about architecture, design with art, and so on. I make a selection of 3 examples of our Italian need to find places in the cities to breathe. You have to know that Italy, the government, also the past governments, doesn't have a policy about green places in the big cities like Bologna or Milan, Florence, Turin, Rome, and so on, and Naples, and so on, because we have so many towns in Italy. We have 20 regions in so many towns. The policies are made by ourselves with the municipality, sometimes with the regions. It means that we do have a great of invention to imagination, because after the imagination we have to go on searching for money, because unfortunately in the Italian policies of the last 2 decades, the green part of the city is not so important. Anyway, we have some very good examples. I would like to thank Angelica for the invitation and Eva Zmijilska. She's not there, unfortunately, but I'm very happy that she invited me together with Angelica. And I thank you also, Agnieszka, and all the staff for the work you are doing, because it's very interesting. I was also at the opening, and I see interesting projects. So I give you an idea. I prefer to show you pictures and then to say you something, because in this way you have an idea. You can go inside the view of this place. But this Margherita's gardens are the first for volume, but there are only 2-3 parks in Bologna, not so much. But this is next to the ancient city center. So the city center in Bologna is very huge, it's very nice, Gothic, Renaissance, Baroque, and so on, but there's no green inside. This park is a park made in the 19th century, and there was this place called Serre de Tara Botanical Gardens. They were in a very bad condition. So a group of people, young people, decided to think about a project and to ask afterwards the money. And I show you how it was and how it's running, because fortunately the region of Emilia-Romagna, where we live, give the money to this young group of people. They are between 30 and 40, and I think they were very away some about this. These buildings are the old ones. This is how it looks today. It looks like we are in the hills. the city is there. This is also the city. So it looks like we are in the campaign, in the hills, landscape, no urban spaces, no crowd. On the contrary, we are in the city. You have a general look. You can see also the ancient buildings of the town. And this is what I go on. This is the general drawings of the place that they realized. And this is how it looks today. These are the previous place where all the botanical plants were put and cultivated. And now this is an area where you can sit, work. There are lots of university students because there's Wi-Fi everywhere. And there are also the place to put the electricity. And you can stay over there, drinking, working all the day in the plants, as you can see. Look at this. This is wonderful. And look at this. You go there with your computer, and you work. So people goes there in the morning. If students or researchers want to stay, breath, no noise, no crowd, go there. And there is also, I will show you. This is a project, a design project made some years ago. This is how it looks before the renovation of the building, the glass building. This is another design intervention. And this is Kilowatt of ALESR. Kilowatt is the group of these people. There will be an image with some information about them afterwards. So they work over there. This is a Serre co-working spaces. You can have a place to work there if you want. And this is how it looks. The old seed beds where the plants were grown have been transformed into garden benches. Wooden seats surrounded by greenery. So it's it's not so sophisticated design, but it's very comfortable. You go there, you relax, and you feel in another town, in another space. You can see during the day. This is the public fountain, because I don't know if in Poland you do, but in Italy you have, especially in Emilia-Romagna region, you can have free water that you can drink, drinkable. And this is a part of the botanical bar. You can order food. This is the cocktail and wine bar next to Semenzai, the place where we can sit. This is Serra Sonora sound area. The old seabeds where the plants were grown have been transformed into garden benches. So you can stay there and also hear sound arts work. And this is in the night. You can see the old city all around. This is cinema space. You can see over there the Semenzai here. And this is words taken from Kilowatt Manifesto. The greenhouses are a place of community activation between nature and culture, an ecotone, I like this word, that brings together art and innovation to create new, desirable and non-dystopian imaginaries. Kilowatt is a work cooperative made up of different souls who operate in the sector of social innovation, culture and art, communication, regeneration, education, nutrition. This project comes to life with the regenerative space Le Serre dei Giardini that I showed you before, a place of culture and experimentation with models. I take this from their website. These are their words. And this is Bistro. And this is a palco where there are concerts, performances, and public talks like this. There is also Kiwi Baby Children House for projects. And this is a public toilet, gender neutral, so everybody, no differences. And this is already the map that you can see, the different space. This is bar. This is the kilowatt area for eating and children. These are the botanical gardens, Serra Madre, and so on. This is the cinema and also the palco here. And this is the art performance inside the greenhouse. They have a newsletter, and every week they organize events. So it's a very important place of life nowadays, and as you can see from the pictures, there are lots of young people, because Bologna is crowded of young university students, and this is very nice. This is another project, completely different. This is a PAV, Living Art Park, that is a project. The idea is of an artist called, you can see over there, Piero Gilardi, who somebody knows about Arte Povera movement in Italy. He is one of the Arte Povera movements. So in Turin is maybe the best town for contemporary art in Italy. There is an important art fair, but also there are lots of very important museums for contemporary art. So if you want to have a look, it's a wonderful ancient city, but there are also very new projects. This is a park, and I put some information about the installation, permanent, semi-permanent, how many meters, and so on. It's like an open-air museum, but not only museum. It's a place where people can learn more about plants, botanical gardens, and have community moments to share relationships. This is the map that I take from their website. And you can see that these number are the number of the art installation, public art installation. On the left, there is the building with all this Serra, project room, bioma, and so on, laboratories. And these are some of the projects. Piero Gilardi, that he died last year, unfortunately, but he was also an old man, so he had the possibility to do this beautiful project. He had some finances from the region, always region. You can see the government is so hard to have money from them. This is a really a problem, an issue for Italians. This is a wonderful installation made. This was the first. Dominique Gonzalez Foster, a French artist, very well known. This is the passage to go in. These are made by an Italian artist. They are clay, iron, and bamboo. So they are like little towers with plants and a sort of decoration made with clay. Sustainable materials. This is a very important project, PAV Herbarium. Andrea Carretto and Raffaella Spagna they come from, not from art, but from the natural, from scienze naturali, natural sciences, we call like this, that is botanical and so on. And they research about the plants that in Italy are quite disappeared, especially vegetables that we use like grain and so on, that we used in the past to eat, and they were very good for our health, and not today. And so they do a research very important that you can have a look. Here, if you want to take a picture, is explained the project, and you can see the visitor can observe 50 plants samples selected from the numerous species of spontaneous plant present in the park, that they are the same in the countryside in the region of Piedmont around Turin. This is a very nice work by Marco Tadic. He's a Croatian artist. The school And you can read at the end that the school takes up the tradition of those philosophical schools that found their place in outdoor spaces, such as the steps of a public square, passage arcades, green areas, and park. And so this is free for people. You can sit, you can teach with children, and so on. This is a kitchen that you can go in and cook your food, made by Collettivo Terra Terra, that is a mix between architecture, designer, and artist. This is Gilles Clément. He is one of the most popular and well-known landscape researcher and projector. He did the garden in a very well-known museum in Paris. He is like a sort of master in his topic. So he did this Jardin Mandala. This is, as you can read, Berta, dedicated to the Honduran environmentalist Berta Canceres, murdered in 2016. The intervention recovers the anthropological concept of peasant material culture. This is very important. The planting of 10 strains of black grape wines. Wurkos group is always a mixed group of different souls. And, a pub is very important. People, when is in the center, is the same like Serre in Bologna, because it's in an area very populated. And now there is another kind of project. This is very huge project. City Life, maybe somebody has seen it, called the Quadrilateral of Silence, because it is. When I go in Milan, often I take meeting over there, because you see all around the city is very crowded. Milan, 2 million, more than 2 million people. And when you are in the park, you don't hear anything. You don't listen a noise. So it's very important because it's a project made by very important groups, Generali, Assurance, you will see after. And you can read, is a residential and commercial complex in the Portello district in Milan. It was designed by architects Arata Isozaki, Daniel Libeskind, and Zadid. The complex is also known as Tre Torri, 3 towers. What is the peculiar aspects of this project? That is a project made with a lot of money by very important, you can see, economic groups. The municipality a condition that they have to build a park and to put in the park open public artworks. And you can see these are very nice, wonderful. This, I can put over there, this is the shopping, the commercial center, that everything is, so you can arrive with cars under earth, and when you go up, is silence everywhere. These buildings are residential, are very expensive, but the success, I think, of the project is that everybody can go in the park because it's free. It's not for all the rich people. And you can see people go everywhere. These are vegetable gardens also. You can see families. These are one of the sculpture of an art installation in the park. When I go there, Pascal Martin Taillou is a Cameroon artist. The public art program is created by 2 of my colleagues, so art historian and curating. This is very important. He is very well known, but when we go there, we see children running around and through these elements. It's very nice because you see life and everywhere silence. There are different bars. This is made by an Italian artist, and this is like a small arena to listen radio, because you can hear radio here. One of national radio for culture. And, oh sorry, too fast. These are Cats by Kiki Smith, an American artist. The title, the name is Guardians. They are quite big. Children love them. You can see other projects over there, this one and other. And you can see also, this is a part of a cover other buildings, and is like a new modern architecture district. And this is inside this box made by Alfredo Jar, is a Caribbean, no, Cuba artist. You go inside, you can meditate on those only to see all the area in red. It's like a little chapel. And I would like to finish. This I had yesterday when I see the dresses, this exhibition, because this superimposition project is made as a project. This is fortunately paid by our Ministry of Culture, and is made by Italian sound artists and Polish designers, fashion designers. So I'm happy to show you also a project made together. Polysonum is the group of the sound art research. Superimposition project is the project. If we look like this, we think that is a common fashion show, a dress collection, but they are not, because superimposition is an artistic and design project by Polysonum that investigates the theme of listening and sonic control. If you can read there, they studied the problem of earworms, those sonic agents that coercively graft themselves onto the brain until they become like parasites. And these earworms are linked to mass cultures such as pop music, advertisement, video games, and TV, and so on. So what they do, working with engineers, sound engineers, they, and you can read there, launch a data analysis of more than 10,000 music tracks featured in the popular international charts, and they look for these earworms. Then the next step was to create a non-recognizable melody, and this non-recognizable melody has been performed like a dance, an action, and a fashion show, and the garments that are created by this brand, Mario's brand, that is based in Milan too, and also in other cities. The garments are realized with sound-absorbing fabrics, which look like sculptural dresses. So the dresses that we look here are made with these materials that they were studied and researched by Politecnico University in Turin. So this is the part of physics and engineering work, research. This is the fashion, the design part. And they present this project, this show, in London, Luxembourg, Madrid, in Italy. And some of these dresses are bought by the Contemporary Art Museum in Bologna. You can see there are information on the website. And at the end of the show, Inside Silence, you see, there is like an invitation to think about silence also with our dressing. So I finished my presentation. I hope you enjoyed. You can find everything on the website. If it's in Italian, you can translate like I did for English. And I invite you to come to Italy and to visit, to help us to have policy.